This is race number 7 here at Darling Downs Harness Racing Club at Ormond Park, Warwick. And number 1 is Mac Bino. Tess Neves, the trainer. Nicky Chalk drives. Drawn a good alley here and was 7th at Albion Park last start behind Circle Line. Good form for a race like this. And did win here on the grass last year, number 1, Mac Bino. Number 2 is Els Boy. Another horse that's been racing well at Albion Park. Runs second behind Doolittle Dandy. Beaten 1.6. Brittany Graham drives for Steve Towns. 3 is Diamonds from Heaven. Is first up from a spell here. Finished third last start back in June at Redcliffe behind at Augrel. David Millard, the trainer. Andrew Millard, the driver. 4 is Mr. Hart for the Darryl Graham camp. He drives. Second at Albion Park behind Betting Baron last start in an R1. Over the 21.38 metres. Definitely in the market. 5 is Captain Chargeover. Lola Weideman trains and drives. 5th at Inverell last start back on the 19th of November, where it checked and broke and did make up some ground towards the end of the race. Number 6 is Call Me Yours. Tess Neves trains at Clarendon. Stephen Doherty in the bike. 4th at Albion Park last start behind Jackhammer, beaten 10 metres. And Master Montana was in that race as well. It's got pretty good form, drawn the outside of the front row. But give it a good chance, and it's about $5 here on course. 7 is Strike Power, another Millard runner, Brad Millard to drive. First up was last at Albion Park, but definitely needed the run. Drawn well here. 8 is Irish Town Babe. It's been up for a little while, had a little freshen up after its Tamworth run 3 starts ago. Then went to Redcliffe behind No Confession, was last there, and not really setting the world on fire at present. And number 9 is Blessed is the Boy. Stacey Weideman drives for Trevor Lambourne. Was 4th at Redcliffe behind Master Montana last start. So that's the field. They're on their way to the start here. This is the Creed and Lang Printer's Pace, where this race is due to go at 9 minutes past 4. So the runners are on the track here for race 7. This is the the Creed and Lang Printer's Pace. It's over the 1950 trip. It's an R2 to R3 event. 1 is Mac Bino. Nicky Chalk drives for Tess Neves. Number 2 is Els Boy. Steve Towns and Brittany Graham combine. 3 is Diamonds from Heaven. Andrew Millard drives for David Millard. 4 is Mr. Hart. Darryl Graham trains and drives. 5 is Captain Chargeover, Lola Weideman training and driving. 6, Call Me Yours, Stephen Doherty for Tess Neves. 7, Strike Power. Brad Millard drives here for David Millard. 8 is Irish Town Babe, Julie Weideman driving for Lola. And 9 is Blessed is the Boy, Stacey Weideman drives for Trevor Lambourne. Doing their pre-race preliminaries now for the final event here at Warwick. The Creed and Lang Printer's Pace. You've got about 6 minutes of betting time to go. And the UBet fixed price favourite is for Mr. Hart at $3.50 ahead of number 1 Mac Bino at $4.20. 6 Call Me Yours $4.80. 3 Diamonds from Heaven $7. They're the runners under double figures here for the last race. a few minutes of betting time remaining for the last race here at Ormond Park, Warwick, for the Darling Downs Harness Racing Club Cup meet on the for 2017. Thanks to Garrard's Horse and Hound for sponsoring the main race, and a big thank you to all of our other sponsors who've supported us here this afternoon on behalf of the club. I'll list them now while they're over behind the mobile. So thank you very much to Coy's Hay and Chaff, Warwick Scrap Metal and Recycling, PSP Video, Di Bartoli, Rose City Tyres, Burwood Stud, Ben's Auto Dismantlers, Warwick Panel and Paint, Fernie Stock Feeds at Toowoomba, Warwick RSL. Now they sponsored the Ron Kanga Smith Cup. Obviously Garrard's Horse and Hound sponsoring the Garrard's 2017 Warwick Pacing Cup. Creed and Lang from Creed and Lang Printers, and that's the final event is named after Creed and Lang. T-Bones Fresh Food Market at Aspley, All Doors Toowoomba, Racing Queensland, and Brad Williams. So big thank you to all of you for your support for our 2017 race day. Hopefully we can have you on board again next year. This race at Warwick will be run after Doomben, so straight after Doomben we'll be running the final event here at Ormond Park. Mobiles moving into position here for the last race as we're about to get bombarded by a storm by the looks. Very blustery conditions here at Ormond Park. Mobile's got its lights on as well. So the Mobile's picking up good speed. MacBino's the inside runner. Call Me Yours drawn the front row on the outside. As the Mobile enters the home straight, I'm just about a release point. There's the green light. The arms are back and they're off and pacing. MacBino put a few rough strides in early, but it's back pacing now. Going forward, Diamonds from Heaven, been driven with some urgency in the early stages. Then Mr. Hart, the favourite. He's 3 deep in the early stages around Els Boy, Irish Town Babe down on the inside. Further back to Strike Power, 3 back the marker line. Then came Blessed Is the Boy. Captain Charge over second last, and Call Me Yours from the wide draw was taken back to the tail of the field as they swing out of the home straight. MacBino leads the way. Leads it by 4 metres, Diamonds from Heaven. Irish Town Babe, third down on the inside. 1 by 1 is Mr. Hart. 3 back the inside is Strike Power. Then came 1 out, 2 back to Els Boy, racing on the outside of Captain Chargeover. Further back to Blessed is the Boy. And Call Me Yours, being driven patiently by Stephen Doherty, is at the tail of the field as they swing into the back straight at the 13.50. Where Mac Bino being joined by Diamonds from Heaven. They've really stacked them up here. Third on the inside is Irish Town Babe. 1 by 1 is Mr. Hart. 3 back the inside is Strike Power, covered up by Els Boy. Then Captain Chargeover on the inside of Blessed is the Boy. And last of all, Call Me Yours. Midway between turns up the back straight here. Mac Bino is going well. Leads by a metre to Diamonds from Heaven on the outside. Irish Town Babe down on the rail following the leader. Mr. Hart still content with his 1-1 position. 3 back the inside is Strike Power. On its outside is Els Boy, then Captain Chargeover. Blessed is the Boy is back second last, and last of all is Call Me Yours at the 900 metres. And we'll be spotting the leader about 30 metres as they turn off the back straight and head down the side. It's Mac Bino in front by a metre. Diamonds from Heaven up on the outside second. Further back third, the rail is Irish Town Babe. Mr. Hart still 1 by 1. Strike Power 3 back the inside. Then Els Boy racing on its outside. Further back to Captain Chargeover. Then came Blessed as the Boy. Now here comes Call Me Yours, moving up 3 wide at the tail as they head down towards the 500 metre mark where it's Mac Bino and Diamonds from Heaven. They're the joint leaders. Coming around them, Call Me Yours. In the centre is Mr. Hart. Oh, Mr. Hart put a couple of rough ones in there as they're about to approach the bend. Mac Bino's going to straighten up in front of Diamonds from Heaven, Mr. Hart. And down the outside is Call Me Yours. Stephen Doherty going for a treble here. It's Mac Bino in front of Diamonds from Heaven, Mr. Hart. Call Me Yours, the widest runner. Mac Bino still in front. Diamonds from Heaven trying hard. Mr. Hart and Call Me Yours the widest. Mac Bino still the leader. Diamonds from Heaven's now coming. It's Mac Bino and Diamonds from Heaven. Mac Bino, Diamonds from Heaven. Mac Bino the inside. Mac Bino. Mac Bino beat Diamonds from Heaven. Mr. Hart was third. Up for fourth, Call Me Yours. Then came Els Boy. Blessed is the Boy. Captain Chargeover, Strike Power and Irish Town Babe has pulled up at the tail of the field. Well, that was a tussle and a half down the straight, but Mac Bino on the inside has led all the way. And very good drive by Nikki Chalk. She stacked them up the back straight. And then they started to sprint about the 600 metre mark. And it's just been too good. Diamonds from Heaven will be second, number 3. Mr. Hart will be third, number 4. And I'd say 6 will end up in 4th spot. But we'll get the official numbers from the judge after the running of the final event. So the judges' numbers are through on the last. 1, 3, 4, 6. 1, 3, 4, 6. 1 Mac Bino, the winner. A 10-year-old brown gelding by Mark 3. Out of Top Bino is raced by Tess Neves. Tess Neves is the trainer at Clarendon. Nikki Chalk, the successful driver, defeating number 3 Diamonds from Heaven, who is a bay or brown mare of 6 years by Mr. Aviator out of Diamonds for Us. David Millard, the trainer here in Warwick, and was driven by Andrew Millard. 4 was third, Mr. Hart, 4-year-old bay gelding by Major Renard out of Picture Me Rollin'. Darryl Graham at Fernvale, the driver and the trainer. And officially 4th was number 6, Call Me Yours, who loomed up as the winner at the top of the straight, but just couldn't continue on that sustained run. Trained by Tess Neves, and Stephen Doherty was the driver. So 1, 3, 4, 6. Gross time was 2:42.8, and the winner's scored by half a neck, with 2 3/4 between second and third. Half a neck by 2 3/4 in a time of 2:42.8. That's the gross time, and the all clear is there. All clear, thank you very much. After the final event, we'll head down to the enclosure for the presentation, and also we'll